For a closer look, I'm joined by the former US ambassador to Azerbaijan, Matthew Bryza, and he's also a senior fellow at the Atlantic Council. Thanks so much for joining us, Matthew. Now, we've seen here a flurry of interest in the region. Why is this?
Yeah, well, first of all, I think it's overdue. For Europeans, Central Asia, Azerbaijan, the Caspian region is important as an alternative source of natural gas and oil, meaning an alternative to Russia, which has monopolized the oil and gas production and exports in that region. For Russia, the region is very important as the traditional soft underbelly of the Russian Empire, a place of great ethnic and religious complexity, a place, in fact, the Caucasus Mountains, where Russia fought a nearly 100-year-long war in the 19th century. For China, the region is a gateway to Europe. For the United States, it's a region where we want to see these oil and gas resources get to the markets on the basis of market forces rather than monopoly power, monopoly pressure.
And let's talk about the trade and market forces there. There's a lot of interest from these countries to revive trade between the East and the West, obviously the old Silk Road. But a lot of people say it's cheaper to go by sea. So where does this all stand? Yeah,
well, it depends where you're going from and what you're shipping. But I think what's really in play now is a strategic push by China. Regardless of the cost of shipping, they want to try to reduce the transit costs, but they're really using large-scale infrastructure investment as a way to build Chinese influence all the way from the Pacific Ocean into Africa.
And let's talk a bit about diplomacy and politics. The Nagorno-Karabakh conflict is known as one of the frozen conflicts. Is there any hope of a settlement here?
Well, I was the U.S. mediator along with Russian and French counterparts for 3 years. And together, the parties and we, the mediators, helped them come up with a framework. I think that is workable in theory. All the pieces needed for a settlement are worked out. The problem is that neither the president of Azerbaijan nor Armenia feels sufficiently politically safe to agree to these difficult compromises. And to make it come together, the presidents of the United States and Russia and France need to provide that political support and political cover.
So from today's, from this meeting here, what do you expect will come out?
Well, Russia has for a long time wanted to strengthen its ties with Azerbaijan and prevent Azerbaijan from slipping away, in Russia's view, into the transatlantic community's orbit. Azerbaijan has done a great job in securing its independence by connecting itself via pipelines to Turkey and now onward to the EU. So Russia would like to try to pull Azerbaijan closer back into its economic and political orbit and has an opportunity because the Trump administration really has not shown very much interest in this region of the world.
Very interesting. Thanks so much, Matthew Bryza, for joining us here in the studio. Thank you.